Hey, what's up, guys? G here. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Today, I got a live stream recap focused on Polestar. So, we're going to look at this. If you guys enjoy videos, hopefully, you guys can join me for this live stream. If you can, hit the like button for me. If you have any questions, put those in the comments below. Or if you're watching this later, just leave them there as well. I'll try to answer them as I can. Let's just go over what happened today, down 6.5%. So we'll take a look at a few articles, why I think this might be selling off, and then also we'll just take a look at a few different levels. And then towards the end, we can also take a look at a few other electric vehicles or any other stocks you guys are interested, but mainly keep it in the EV sector tonight. So let's go ahead and click the first article. Well, let me just tell you guys, 6.5%. We had really good volume, but if you can see, we're down significantly. So I think most of this volume is actually selling, and that kind of makes sense a little bit because we've just came off of a pretty big rally. We're not going to get too much into the charts just yet, but you guys can see we hit a high of like $8. Well, not $8, was it? I think it was like, yeah, $7.50. So recently we had a pretty big run up, right? And actually we did hit November 25th. So yeah, big rally from like the lows. That's like a 100% move if you think about it. I know some people are averaged in around here, but people buying in towards the bottom, you know, people want to take profits. So even though we have good volume, most of it appears to be selling volume. And yeah, we'll take a full look at the charts in just a bit. But I want to go over some of these articles that I have found pretty interesting, and then we'll give you guys my thoughts, and you guys can definitely let me know in the comments below as well. This is a live stream, so I'm definitely going to be going through this as you guys watch this video. And first thing I want to talk about is Polestar is going to try to expand into the electric vehicle. First electric bike, I'm sorry. I think this is not a very good direction to go in just yet, especially not with the economy right now. But and it could be this is maybe one of the reasons we're probably also could be selling off. Just because they already got a lot of a lot of ambitious goals, right? And like the P3, I think they should devote more time into that. P4, and actually I was reading there's an article about a Polestar 7, which I'll show you guys in a bit. But yeah, I don't know if this is the right direction in this current environment that we're in. Maybe in like more like maybe 2020, 2021, then this would be more it would suit them better. But right now, especially with their cash balance, I don't know if they have all the capital and everything that they need for this. But let's just read a little bit about this. Polestar's latest auto manufacturer to join the electric bike market. Multiple sources inform us that the Swedish company is now looking to expand its battery-powered vehicles lineup to the two-wheeler electric vehicles, or you know what I mean. I think it's a really cool market. I just went to Washington, what was it, like 2 months ago, and there's a lot of people that use the scooters, the electric scooters, the bikes and stuff. So I think it's a really cool idea, and I didn't really think it was a big market. I didn't think it was kind of niche, but it could be something cool. But again, I'm just saying that maybe it's not the right time to be doing it. But there was a couple things that I guess the company confirmed. Like I said, they're trying to make that and developing a non-electric mountain bike because they already have a partnership with Alley Bike. I'm not exactly sure what all they do with them. I think it's like the shocks and stuff, maybe. It's on their website, but now they're actually trying to, take a step further into this. CEO clarified that this product expansion is not a marketing stunt and that Polestar will make its bikes rather than rebranding. So I think he was like taking shots at some of the other companies. So some of them like rebrand their bikes and then they sell them and stuff. So I guess being a little more outspoken on all that and really saying like, hey, we're actually going to build these from the ground up and not just like put our name on them and sell them as our bikes and stuff. So I think that's a cool, they're going to be like organic bikes. So that's something to know. What's up, Joe? Hey, Med Joe School here. What's up, brother? Hope you're having a great day so far. Still, it's interesting to see Polestar takes satisfaction in avoiding the easier route to his electric bike, although announcing that it will once again collaborate with Alley Bike to build the Polestar e-bike. What are your thoughts on the bike, guys? Do you guys think this is a cool idea right now, or I just think the main thing is the capital, and then they've got so many projects already out there, right? And then now it's going to be a collab project with Ali Bike, so it's not going to be so time consuming or such resource consumption, but it's still something that's going to be taken away from other possible like developments and advancements in the stuff that we have already. So what's up, Big Kahuna 1999? What's up? Hope you're doing good, brother. So Polestar collaborated with Ali Bike in July to create its rendition of a mountain bike. They cost about 9,500 and they only made 100 units. So like little things like this are cool and stuff, but I don't think like the real shareholders really value this too much and stuff. So that's what I'm afraid of that they might be doing with the electric bikes. But I don't know. We'll kind of see how this plays out a little bit. The original collaboration between the two resulted in premium pedal mountain bikes featuring progressive geometry and so on. So just, yeah, the dampers, not the shocks, or dampers, right? That's the collaboration, what they do. The bike is an excellent idea. Bikahuna says bike is an excellent idea, plus that it's not going affect their efficiency. Right, yeah. I think it's a cool idea. I was just thinking like terms of like the current economy and stuff. It's a very niche market, and it's just gonna add distractions to their goals that we have already, right? Now, I'm not saying Polestar won't get these other goals done, because they've been doing really good for 2022. I mean, we've basically got 50,000 vehicles just in this year, not to mention the stuff we sold last year. But I just want them to stay focused, I guess, is the main goal from this. But I think it's a cool idea. And like I said, I just went to Washington and stuff, and I mean, just going around the monuments and stuff, there was people like just going up and down electric scooters and stuff. And I think there was, I don't know if I have a picture of the electric bike, but yeah, it doesn't look like a regular bike. It actually looks like a bigger thing. Yeah, Joe says he doesn't care about the bike. Let's get the stock price up. That's true. We do need to get back up to like higher levels and stuff. There's a second article, so that's about it, what I have on the bike. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, add them down below. The next thing I want to talk about quickly is a new safety rating that we got from the NHTSA. So they basically review all the crash stunts and stuff that they do. But they're doing really good as far as like safety ratings. They just got a 5-star safety review. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this more clearly. Polestar ending in the year on a high note. Stock price, not so much again, but I think that can change down the road. It announced that Polestar 2 earned a coveted 5-star safety rating from, I won't say that name again, a score that makes the electric sedan one of the safest new vehicles on American roads. So basically, just like Volvo, they're basically keeping the reputation up there, right? Volvo's vast expertise in the realm of safety to ensure vehicles built keep their occupants as safe as possible. So that's something that people really do care about, safety and stuff, especially if they have kids and things. Safety is always going to come near the top of, whether you buy a car or not. And European officials gave the Polestar 2 a 5-star rating as well. They awarded a 93 score for adult occupation protection, and 89 score for child occupant, my bad. An 80 score for vulnerable road users protection, and 83%. So pretty good numbers, I would say. Everything, I mean, you get a B for everything, at least that you pass the class. So that's neat and everything. Let's take a look at the next thing I have. So I think this is going to involve more on the stock side. I know you guys want to know more about the stock and what's going on with it. There was one really cool paragraph I saw on this. This is just like market performance and stuff, but we'll look at that like on the chart on our own. There was I think a buy rating or something that came in. I just want to talk about it because there's one thing that really did catch my eyes. I just got to find it for some reason. Okay, here we go. Analyst opinion of Polestar or PSNY. Many brokerages have already submitted their reports for PSNY stocks. Citigroup repeating the rating for PSNY listing as a buy. Here's the catch though. Citi is basing it as a $12, I guess, stock price based on the research reported November 16th. So that's just, like half a month ago of current year 2022. So that's really good news. Obviously, the analysts and stuff, they kind of overhype things up, but that's still like almost 100% from where we're at right now. So let's just be conservative and say it's like 50% would go at least back up to $10, right? Conservatively, I think. Like, don't think these are like just bold predictions, but you know, it's good to have some analysts finally looking at the stock and, you know, just getting price targets just across different banks. So Dutch Bank, that was back in August, we got the $10. So I mean, it looks like it's a trend up from 10 back in August to 12 now in November. So I mean, first target obviously is to get to 10, but it definitely is nice to see analysts actually starting to cover this. And I think the thing that really put Polestar back on the map, or finally starting to get eyes on it, was, you know, the last quarter earnings and stuff. And there's also another article. I guess maybe we can take a look at this, but this one, Polestar looks considerably cheaper than Rivian, or rivals Lucid and Rivian. And this one actually broke it down quite nice. It's got a nice little financial sheet and stuff. We won't go through all the details and stuff, but I mean, when analysts start looking at these, you know, balance sheets and, you know, income statements and everything, you can start seeing like big difference in some of the revenue. Lucid 350, you know, we're bringing in 1.4 billion. Rivian bringing in 1 billion. Now, do consider the Rivian trucks, I believe, are more expensive, right? So they're probably making less units, but getting close to the revenue. So there's that discrepancy there. But yeah, I think it's good to see the people are actually considering Polestar a lot better than some of these other vehicle manufacturers. Now, I didn't get too much involved into all this, but down here below, I guess we could read some of it actually if you guys want. Polestar currently produces 3 models, right? Versus like the other ones. There's a few different things I did want to talk about. This is all talking about the SPAC merger and stuff. But down here, they have similar enterprise values and stuff. But there's one thing similarly. Where is it? Yeah, they're all not profitable. It was one of the things that they were comparing them. But there's, given all 3 companies currently generate negative cash flow, one cannot compare the stock's cash flow multiples. Where is the one thing I saw that there was an advantage and stuff? Sorry, I didn't review the article too much, but let me find it really quick. Given all 3 companies, yeah, that's not it. The valuations are basically, I guess, similar. So Lucid, definitely stay away for it a little bit. I think 45 times multiple. And let me know, maybe my font's too small. Let me zoom in for you guys while I get my shit together. Okay, originally Polestar has delivered customers about twice as many vehicles over the first 3 quarters of 2022. That's 30,000, and Lucid and Rivian combined. So this is what I was trying to find. Okay, it was one paragraph underneath. But yeah, 30,000 vehicles so far just in 2022. And that's like, you know, again, going back to like people actually starting to look at the numbers, starting to look at the balance sheet, starting to look at income and just market share and stuff. So that's why we're starting to get you know, ratings and stuff. And I mean, we basically talked about Lucid being overvalued at 15 and eventually coming back down to 10 and stuff, and you know, it's starting to show, and I think it's under 10 now or something. Rivian for some reason is holding up, but there's like institutional investment in that. So there, you know, and institutions and stuff usually hide money in like companies like this. And they have a really good balance sheet too, right? So that was one thing actually I forgot to mention up here. So cash, 900, almost $1 billion. I did talk about the cash raising or liquid that they got based off 2 different investors or something. They were both under Volvo, I believe. So they do have more cash than this now. Their debt is like 1.2 billion, but now they have plenty of cash to cover their debt and continue operations, which is good. But what I was saying is people really do like to hold Rivian because it's came down since like $100. It was like way overvalued up there, and even right now I think it might be pricey, but they do have like 13 billion in cash. So even if, and I did start seeing a Rivian ad on Thursday Night Football yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a Rivian ad for their trucks and stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that was the first time I've seen it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I guess they're starting to do their marketing and stuff, because the last time I saw a Polestar commercial was in the Super Bowl stuff. So, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the balance sheet. So sometimes people like to hold, you know, because they don't have much debt, so they have 13 billion in cash. So even if they're like not growing where they need to be growing, they can continue operating, and then eventually they'll get all their assembly lines, everything to a state where they can actually start generating more revenue and stuff. And that's basically what happened with Tesla too, right? Like it took them a long ass time for them to get to where they're at now. And as long as they have cash and they don't have to raise cash, they won't dilute the investor, and they won't go out of business, I don't think, right? Or not in the short term. So definitely, if I was to pick some of these, I like Polestar obviously because of just everything that they've done, like as a company. Balance sheet wise though, Rivian's definitely the better one. And then I would just kind of stay away. And Big Kahuna says not getting Lucid until under 8. Yeah, I would wait, definitely wait. I think I was reading an article on Lucid, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was something about Saudi Arabia and some of the vehicles that they're trying to deploy back out there by 2025. But I don't remember if it was bullish or bearish, so I'm not going to cover it in this video. But yeah, so this was a nice little breakdown. Like I showed you guys the price rating, and then other articles coming out again. I mean, we've seen these before, but people breaking it down just gives us more sigh of relief a little bit. So earlier I was talking about how Tesla's done basically everything. Well, there is a little thing coming out that Tesla is losing some market share. Just want to share a couple numbers. So like back in what was it, 2020 or 2020? Let me see. There was a couple years from 2018 to 2020, Tesla had about 80% EV market share. And since then to 2021, it's dropped to 61. And then this year it's up, it's at about 65%. So you can see, other manufacturers are starting to get into this market. And even if we don't want to believe it, Tesla is losing a little bit of EV market share. And that's just because, Ford's just a monster. They've already started doing their Mach-E, Ford Lightnings and stuff. And even like the cheaper manufacturers, I would say Kia. Kia's doing a great job, by the way. Kia, Chevy, GM, all these other more lower class, consumer vehicles and stuff. Non-luxury basically. So this does bring a little concern for me because the article says under 50, right? So Polestar right now is technically still selling vehicles over 50,000. So that does bring a little bit of concern. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and stuff. Tesla's position is changing as new, more affordable options arrive, offering equal or better technology and production build. So that's kind of basically just re-emphasizing some of the stuff I'm saying. According to the S&P, electric vehicles have picked up 2.4% points of the U.S. market share this year, growing to 5.2 all light vehicle registration. So that's bullish in general for electric vehicles. But then when you get into the numbers and stuff, you can see Tesla's numbers are coming down. So about to 65%. So out of 525, Teslas are 340. So that's about 100. Yeah, somebody do the quick math. That's 85,000, I believe. Wait, yeah. 85,000 or 185,000? Fuck. Yeah, 185, I think. No, 160, 185, yeah, 185. Quick math. Tesla is going to be close to 100 mid 2023. Oh, you think it's coming down? Yeah. We'll take a look at those charts too in just a bit. I do think it has short-term upside just because it's been beaten down pretty bad, even though the valuation is really expensive. I think it'll have a nice relief bounce and stuff. But yeah, shortage of computer chips and other stuff are keeping some of these competitors like Ford, General Motors, Kia, Hyundai. I don't like Kia. I would kill myself before I drive a Kia, but they're doing really good progress. And then Volkswagen as well, from running factories at full capacity. So that's like the one thing that's saving Tesla and stuff. Like Tesla and I guess maybe Polestar. Some of the early luxury manufacturers, they got ahead of it and they were already had plans for this stuff. So they've got contracts with materials, batteries, and all these other things. Whereas some of these legacy manufacturers, they're just now getting on board. So maybe they weren't they didn't have contracts. So now they're behind. But they are, starting to chip away a little bit. So Right now, there's 48 EV models on in the US currently present, and it expects to grow to 159 by end of 2025. Now, I think that's outrageous. 159 models of electric vehicles. That's so many different models, I would say. What do you guys think? I just think it's a lot. I think a lot of vehicles either just gonna, or companies are gonna go bankrupt. So like maybe Arrival. There's the Fisker. There's a lot of people that are very ambitious to get an EV out in the market, and that's the projection, right? Like 159 models. But I don't think. I think Tesla will still be very competitive. Ford will be competitive. We'll see how BMW. I think BMW's already got one out there, actually. Yeah, Kia's competitive. Polestar could be competitive. We'll see how Rivian and Lucid do, and we'll see how Polestar does too, right? Because they still have a lot to prove. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Just generic EV market stuff. Just wanted to share this, that Tesla is doing some market share chipping away or losing. The last thing I want to show you guys is this Polestar 7, and this is kind of like a good and a bad thing. Again, this is going back to those ambitious goals. I just really think they need to focus on some of the current builds that we have before doing the electric bike and even Polestar 7. I didn't even know we had a Polestar 7 until reading this and stuff. But the cool thing about this is going to be the first vehicle that comes out to Europe. So just a quote from I think Thomas is, for us, what is important is to come to Europe at some point in time. Well, that makes sense, right? Because they're coming out of Sweden, or European Volvo. So they want to be able to have a vehicle that gets manufactured and stuff there, right? That could be around the time we start making the Polestar 7. So this is bullish because they're basically saying they plan to be around here in a couple years still. So that's, they have goals to continue operations and stuff. I think they need to focus on some of these other builds really quick though, like Polestar 3. And one thing I found interesting is, I know we try to detach ourselves from China. This is kind of bearish, but I'm going to say it. The Swedish manufacturer currently builds the 2 out in China, right? And then Polestar 3 was going to be, that differentiator to start coming into the US and stuff. But just like reading back through this, Polestar 4 is going to go back into China factories, and then Polestar 5 and 6 is going to be the same. So I think China or Polestar is going to still have those deep ties into China and stuff. So that's just something to definitely consider as we go down as investors and stuff. Unless things change, right? If production goes really well or cheaper and stuff in the US, which I think should do good. Materials will probably be more expensive, right? Getting stuff in the US is more expensive. And then labor and stuff will be more expensive here in the US. But the good thing about producing in the US is you don't have to like import, because there's usually like import fees and stuff, like importing vehicles and stuff. So that's one thing that they'll save money on. And plus you'll get like, made in the USA and stuff, like just more authentic, right? So kind of a good and a bad, but it's just something to note, right? So Polestar 4, 5, and 6 are still going to be produced in China. And then the Polestar 7 eventually, that their plan is to get them going in Europe. So we'll see how all of this plays out. But yeah, cheaper labor in China. Not sure how the manufacturing contracts go out there, but I would assume that would be a better deal for them too. It's just going to be tied with China names and delistings and stuff like that, right? So kind of how NIO and XPEV, and by the way, those are doing really good today. I think they're up like 7 or 10%. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on there. What do you guys think? Am I dumb or foolish for thinking this way? I think that's it, what I have for that. Let's jump into the charts, shall we? Let's take a look at Polestar. And then if you guys have any other EVs you guys want me to look at, we can look at those too. But let's first cover Polestar. And I think, let me grab some water real quick, actually. Sorry, I talk really loud or a lot so fast, and yeah. My throat dries up and shit. So we were talking about, let's just start at the basics. Let's go to the daily and stuff. Big Kahuna, cup in hand, or you getting ahead of me, brother? Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So I was gonna start with the basics real quick. We've been talking about or did we talk about the downtrend? We talked about the downtrend a couple times, but it's been something that we've basically been respecting. I mean, you know, 4 times. And let me undo that really quick. And like Kahuna says, it looks like it's a cup and handle. Last live stream, I told you guys we basically got rejected there, so I was expecting to pull back down to like 650, and the following day we did fall, but we came down to like 670. But I was not too eager to get or any shares just yet. I really want to see if we can like hold this level first. So that's like the main takeaway from this is we saw a dip. I think people started buying it, but as long as we stay underneath this downtrend resistance, I kind of want to just wait a little bit to either like add more shares and stuff. Because I think I did a live stream and I did start adding a couple shares, and then I sold some, just not at the top, but like trying to, you know, I didn't want to get greedy, so I took some profits on those. And even there's a couple viewers and stuff that told me they day trade this, right? Like, worst case scenario, or I mean, in my opinion, worst case scenario is you bag hold a good, decent company. You know, best case scenario, you can like swing trade and take profits and then, you know, rebuy it near the lows. And I don't want to get you guys in that mentality, but, you know, the market's kind of manipulative and stuff. So, you can either have a long-term portfolio and then have a day trading portfolio, and you can do something like that. But yeah, so the main thing is we could possibly be seeing a cup and handle here, and that's what Big Kahuna is saying. Now we do still have that downtrend resistance, so we might have some struggle trying to get above that, but that's one scenario. That's also going to depend if we can hold this level here, like 650 630 range. I want to make sure that we can kind of come down, consolidate here for a bit, and then eventually work our way back up. If we see some of this strength here coming in, now we are in a bullish momentum still, and this is just a minor pullback, so we could continue like that, right? And that would kind of form the cup and handle. Sorry for the messiness there, but that's what I'm seeing there. One thing to note though is we could be bouncing off the MACD. If we cross underneath, that could be bearish, and that could give us an indicator that we might not hold the levels up here. So that's basically what I'm waiting patiently. We're like at 660. I'm gonna see how this area, how we react at this area, and then like he says, Big Kahuna, is we could be forming that head and shoulders or the cup and handle. But talking about head and shoulders, we have a possibility of maybe an inverse head and shoulders here, right? So we have a shoulder there, we have a head, and we could be forming a shoulder here, right? And that actually kind of fits a little bit better than the cup and handle because you have the neckline here, and then your head and shoulders can be like diagonal, right? So that it would be something like that. And then you know, the breakout would be something like here, like maybe to $10 or $12 or $10 to $11, let's just say that. So that's a couple different ideas that I have for you guys. Let's go to the 1 hour just to get a better idea of what I was talking about. And down here you can see once we started breaking out of this huge move to the upside downtrend, we got rejected. Didn't get, you know, greedy, or didn't get, you know, I try to stay patient. I'm really just waiting for this lower level here to see how we react, and also this mini downtrend that we have here, that we have now. So up, what is that? And so let's just talk about the bearish case scenario. If we don't hold like 650 630, then we could work our way down to this gap down here, right? And then in the 1 hour we have bearish momentum, and we still have some downside that we can see on the MACD, right? So the MACD can go further down. You can see this before, like we didn't hold this level down here, we came down and didn't hold it, and so after that we saw more downside. So that could be something that we can come across down the road. So this will be something to watch, right? This level right here, because last time we didn't hold it, so we started selling off more. So yeah, I think that's what I got for you guys. Short term, we're gonna wait to see how we react around here, and then maybe we get the bounce. Still technically in the whole bearish trend though, since we, you know, keep getting rejected here. So on a longer time frame, bearish trend, but you know, with the possibility of finally reversing, right? This could be the reversal pattern that we've been looking for a while. Plus the company seems to be operating correctly, so everything looks pretty good, I would say. Should we cover a couple other stocks really quick? Let's do Tesla really quick. If you guys have any other questions, put those in the chat. and then we should be good to go for next week. So Tesla, on the bigger time frame, I haven't looked at this chart in a while. We always talked about this head and shoulders up here, and sometimes on the head and shoulders you want to retrace and make sure that the head and shoulders is like gonna break down. We broke down, but you can retest it. So I'm expecting a retouch of like $210 or something close to this range, and then reacting here we could either get rejected because we have a bear flag here. So one thing that we have a huge head and shoulders, right? But there's a bear flag here, right? And so the bear flag would basically tell us that the pattern is going to come down to like 140, and let's just say 150, right? Like around this area of consolidation. So I would say maybe we go up to 210, 215, and if we get rejected there, then we'll probably break down fully back to like this level, because it would be telling us that we failed to reclaim this ascending trend line, and that would be bearish. So that's the main thing that I was looking at on Tesla. Bullish momentum. So in the short term, like I said, maybe a couple more days of bullishness back up to the 200s, and then we'll see how we react at that level there. What else? Setting up for the cup and handle. Yes, sir. Yes. What's the other ones? XPEV. XPEV is crazy. We got in pretty early. I sold way too early too, though. So, still kicking myself for that one. Is this XPEV? Yeah, this is XPEV. XPEV. Or should we talk about Lucid? So XPEV had really bad earnings, I think, but they still moved up. And we basically knew that because of NIO. I talked about that. NIO had a bad earnings, but they gapped up. And that's because everything was beat down. So I was expecting the same thing with XPEV. And actually, I got it near the bottom. I ended up selling before earnings because I didn't want to hold it just in case. But I did have, that thesis that it would probably go up. I was not expecting this. Right now, it still looks like it's in a bullish trend. We've got this here. The 1 hour, the resistance or the support that we have is basically 950, 960. And it did a pretty clear bounce off of that. So basically went above it, broke down, and then it continues going. So I would expect now we could just move this up here. And if we can, retouch maybe this level here where the ascending support and the horizontal, if they intersect there, and then it can continue going up, I would think, right? But on the bearish side, the MACD looks to be crossing. So maybe the bullish on the short term is over, or it could just be consolidating because the MACD seems to want to cross over. But yeah, I still like this one, especially if China does reopen because they've been going through a lot of stuff, right? And that's why Polestar was suffering a little bit too. But if they reopen and there's optimism in China, then all the riots and all that stuff kind of cool off, then this would be bullish for electric vehicles. I think NIO had a big day too. Not a big ass day, but I like XPEV a little bit more. Not as a company, but as a chart. This one's kind of in the channel, I would say. So I would expect maybe a pullback. Still in a bullish momentum. But yeah, it had a really good day today too. So I think that's all we have. Is that it? Is that all we have? Oh, Lucid. You guys want me to look at Lucid? I don't really have much on Lucid. I think it's like at 10 or under $10 now. Let's see what you got. How are you guys feeling though? How we feeling? Everybody good on EVs? Tesla, I think, has upside, especially with the market. And that's another frustrating thing, I think. A lot of people are frustrated with Polestar because it was down 6% and then the market ended up going up towards the end of the day. So it can get frustrating and stuff, but so these are some levels that I'm just pointing out. I think it could continue going up to like 1030, but I'm honestly not too bearish on this one right now because, well, it's like near the bottom, right? It's at $10. There's like people that are going to keep buying this regardless. I would say like if it can get above like 1020, MACD seems to be wanting to cross over, so there could be some short-term upside, maybe even to like 1050. If we can get above 1020, then I would think our next level would be up here at 11. So kind of incremental. But main thing is just the downtrend resistance, I guess, that it has. Yeah. So I don't really follow this one that much, honestly. But yeah, it low-key looks bullish, actually. Like, the MACD is just going up, bullish momentum. The price hasn't really changed much. Like, it's been going up like 50 cents. So I would maybe expect a retouch of, you know, close to $11 to retouch this. Because there's not much resistance after we get back above like 1020, 1030. And it has some room to go right here. So basically, some of that. What you guys think? So that's what I'm looking at there. Main thing though, Polestar, I would just wait to see how we react. Oof, what I got here. I'm gonna clear my chart. Remove all the drawings. Yeah. So what they were saying is cup and handle. Cup. And so we could possibly do the handle right here. I don't know how long this will take, but this could be the bottom too, you know? Possibly do the cup and handle there. Interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are watching this later, help me out with a like, and I hope you guys enjoyed or learned anything. And if you have any questions, definitely put those in the comments below. All my affiliate links are in the bio. I'll put those in the comments. Or we could look at unusual flow if you guys want. Let's quickly do that really quick. Unusual flow, and see if we have anything on Polestar. We're gonna apply. I don't think there'll be much, honestly, because it was on a downtrend, so it'll be hard to see people starting to step in just yet. Let's quickly look though. What's this? 1114. That's like a month ago, so we'll probably need to do like 5,000. There's nothing yet. And let me remove out the money stuff. They changed out the money, so I'm gonna remove all that. Exclude deep in the money and out the money only. Yeah, there's still not much. There's a $6,000 order, but that's like really small. $5.50 calls. Yeah, there's not really much on this one. Let's just do 500. Let's do 1,000. See if we get anything with 1,000. Okay, there's more orders here, like small little baby orders, but most of them seem to come in as bearish. So yeah, there could be some more downside. These are spreads. $8 puts. So mainly bearish premium going in. So it could be, you know, taking profits on calls or selling call credit spreads. There's like a put debit spread, what it looks like. All right. So not too much on the flow, unfortunately. We could look at the other stuff on the tab for unusual whales. Let's see how the COPE. Yeah, COPE is looking bearish. So the COPE, the yellow line, as it goes up is bullish. If it goes up, if it goes down, there's bearish premium coming in. So yeah, I can just show you guys. COPE stands for cumulative options premium effect. COPE gives the trader ability to see map options trend. So basically we're seeing a downtrend in options right now. So nothing too exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you can, hit the like button for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. I want to shout out Big Kahuna 1999. Oh, BB, what's up? I didn't see your comment, brother. Hey, the King, do you watch? Do you think we'll go down to 4 again? I don't know if $4 is in the picture short term. It depends. I want to see how we react up here. I didn't see your comment, so I apologize. But yeah, we do have a gap fill down here. I think people, if it comes down here, people will probably buy this up just because we got that cash secure. So they do have money to operate and stuff, and their deliveries and stuff all look pretty good. So I think we're good. Hope you're still around to hear my thoughts on that. But if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. So shout out Big Kahuna tuning in. Thank you guys for all the love and the support. BB and Joe, Med School Joe. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.